Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be looking at the full release of Foundation. If you haven't played Foundation or haven't watched my previous videos on Foundation, Foundation is what I would say like an organic medieval city builder, where you are in charge of creating a village in a map of your own creation, a randomized map, where all you place are the production buildings, storage, places to farm, where to cut trees and whatnot. All the other stuff is handled by the citizens themselves. You do tell them where they can go ahead and build their houses and whatnot, but you don't get any other control than that. They will build their own roads. They will make their own roads. They don't really build them. They just walk a certain path, and that gets worn down to make a road. And then there's the monuments that you can customize yourself. You can build like monasteries, churches, castles, your own manor, your house, where you host dignitaries from other villages that you can trade with, so on and so forth. This game was originally on Kickstarter, and it grew throughout the years. Was in early access for a good number of years. I want to say like 5 or 6 years before finally going into full release 1.0 last week. And so today we are going to look at the new improvements and such that have come with the release. The devs have said that they're still going to support the game for quite a long time, or quite a while. With free updates, quality of life improvements, bug fixes. They've also given the chance for you to support their work a little bit more by sending out a DLC. They will also they'll also develop DLCs later on down the road. But for this one, it's just a supporter pack to support the devs on the good job that they have done with the game. It's called the Guiviere, if I pronounced that correctly, Garden Support Pack. It comes with a, as you can see here, the garden pieces with like 9 different sets that you can use, along with the original soundtrack. Alright, so a couple of new features in 1.0 release was new lighting, new animation, new ways to set your own rule set, map editor, stuff like that. So let's get on to it. We'll go hit new game, and here is the new map editor. They still kept the 3 maps that you can choose from, which was from coastal, fluvial, which was just a river and hills, or just regular hills with a few lakes. Alright, you can turn off, well, you can't really turn off the lakes because then you won't be able to do fishing. But you got river, a little bit of a lake, you got coastal. Let's go ahead and do a river. Let's give it a bit of a bigger river, small lake. Ooh, that was good. And a little bit bigger river. Not too big. Here we go. Smaller cliffs. Give it like a promontory. Maybe we can put like a monastery or our manor right there. Lower the hills and the slope for easier access. Let's do that. And down at the bottom is where you can copy your map code and let others play it. Or if you wanted to try it a different way or a different path that you could have taken on your game, you can just simply copy and paste it. You can also just randomize the whole setting. I'm gonna copy this just to be on the safe side. You can undo, randomize the seed, or you can randomize all the settings. Okay, coastal, randomize. Oh, that was kind of cool. Looks like a face. Well, let's go with what we were doing. There. Now we can select our rules. We can keep the tutorial on. The little cheats essentially are population that will never get sad, army that will never take any damage, cosmetics will instantly build. You can keep your events optional, non-depletable mineral sources. You can also make it so that you can prospect all your minerals, upgrade all your trade routes, unlock everything, and own all the territories. Or you can just do set rules of like casual, where we'll have just casual experience, no challenges or anything. The classic for when you if you've played it last, is just be the classic rule sets. Challenging, creative, or you can customize it the way you go. I'm going to do classic, play the game as intended. Now, this is a different one. Your aspirations. So you can play your the way that you want. Don't need to set any specific goals, like for instance, build a mighty stronghold for the king, or build a super church, monastery, or whatever for the clergy. Or you can just play the way that you want and not have anyone dictate how you should play. Now you can describe your village. So, if you've ever played Manor Lords, I do recommend it, and I'll be covering it here in the next couple of videos. In Manor Lords, you can choose your emblem, your shield, essentially, your coat of arms. That's what it's called. So you can design your own shield, kind of like that one. Let's do that. You can do different shapes. Different emblem shapes and how many emblems should be on it. Unfortunately, unlike Manor Lords, you cannot do two different emblems. You can only choose one. We'll go with the bird. And we'll keep it like that. You can also randomize your village name, or you can set one however you want. I'll just do a couple of random ones. Vigard. Why not? And the name and title of your leader. Right now there's only Pioneer, but you can also I'm pretty sure in the future they might change that so you can change your title. Godfrey, why not? Alright, Godfrey, the leader of Vigard. Start the game. It's a very good strategy to build multiple tax offices around large villages. Plan desirable housing in advance before promoting your villagers. So, there is some cool features on this. So, a new beginning. After a long journey throughout the realm, your people finally reach new lands. Your lands. Territories you can settle for reasons of your own. Your villagers await your command and are eager to offer advice on how to proceed, should you require it. This is just the onboarding tutorial. You can turn it off at the beginning of your game or turn it off in the menu. So quest module just shows you where to look for your quests, and it's just doing the camera view. So WASD, Q and E to turn it, zooming with the mouse wheel or page up, page down. Tilt the camera. Now it wants us to choose our first territory. So you can only settle in areas that are highlighted, and these areas have the necessary items for your village to grow. So it has plenty of wood, it has stone, it has berries, so we can go around. We can also press, I think it's Control M for the map, and you can see your entire, that's the edge of the map there, which is weird. This is the entire map of yours. You can just hit exit or that. Let's go ahead. Alright, so that's the promontory that we were looking at earlier. River runs down this way. I think that'll be good for now. Alright, now it wants us to put our village center in. And I kind of want to put it close to the water. Maybe here, probably. Alright, let's go ahead and build here. A villager wants to speak to you, and it'll show you the bubble, just so that you can, you have found the hamlet of Vigard. The tutorial will show little pop-ups here and there. Villagers wanting you to do something, trade partners wanting you to do something, or just a regular tutorial at your village. So the second piece of advice comes from a young enterprising villager. Rather than letting anyone fend for themselves, that she suggests that we organize the laborers into appropriate workspaces. Go ahead, and we need to build a builder's hut. Let's build it here. And we can zoom in. The little arrow shows where they'll be entering and exiting the building. And we can also rotate it on the outside or move it on the arrows there. This will cost us, I think it's 5 wood. And up at the top you can see your current resources and coins. You got 450 coins out of 500 that you can hold. This is how much income you're getting. Current resources, they'll expand later once you unlock the other resources like cloth, or, well, not cloth, honey, for instance. You can get bees, so it'll be up here. Or planks once you unlock the sawmill. It'll be up here at the top under resources. Right now we've got, what is that, 10 berries, 20 cloth, 55 wood, and 40 tools. And over here is your villager happiness. Excuse me, the villager population and their happiness, and how many are unemployed. And this is your progression, your prestige. We'll get to that later. So it wants us to click the plus button to assign a villager, or you can manually select a specific person to go employ there. So you can do automatic or manual. Put 2. You can also speed or slow time down at the bottom. This is the current date, and something new that they've added with the new update, the 1.0 update, is the ability to set the time. So currently there are only 4 times of day, well, 3 times a day plus rainy. I do wish there was a button that allows you to have it automatically set. I do wish there was a morning button there too, but that's just me. Have a day and night cycle would be kind of cool. So you've got daytime, and if you listen closely at the different, when I click the different times of day, you'll notice the ambient sounds change. So daytime, you get all the birds singing in the background, occasional woodcutter here and there, woodpecker, sorry. So dusk, you notice the birds have kind of quieted down, and you get more frogs. Occasionally there'll be a fox. It's like really peaceful. Crows or ravens or whatever in the background. Nighttime. You got crickets. You got owls. I guess that's an owl. Occasionally, yeah, there's the fox. I thought that was pretty neat. And then rainy. There's not much to it. You will hear the rain hitting the water, or making little splashes and puddles and whatnot. So we will keep it on daytime for a while. I thought that was kind of neat. Anyways, so it wants us to build a lumber camp. And we can place it anywhere we want, and I would like to keep it close to the woodland. Put it there. That will cost us 10 gold. And so our builders will start making little roads, as you can see. And then they'll start taking the resources over to the building. Let's go ahead and fast forward so we can get a move on. They will clear out the workspace. And we just need to wait. Let's put 2 woodcutters in there. Now we need to designate where they can cut. I'm going to say cut out this whole area. And you can also cut this area because I'm not going to grow that area. Alright, now it wants us to build a gathering hut. Let's go ahead and put it here. Lumberjacks are getting to work. So, previous updates had the previous versions of the game would have the berries in a centralized location, and you'd have to tell them where to pick the berries. But this time around, the berries are all scattered. I can show you. So they're all scattered around the map. So you don't have to have one centralized location to pick berries. Oh, that was kind of cool. Anyways, on to the tutorial. So now, what we talked about, the happiness. Now they want us to build homes, or designate a area for the homes. So let's go ahead, paint, and go ahead and choose this area. You can designate how big or small an area is just by holding Control and your mouse wheel. Alright, so now the villagers need needs. They are essential to satisfy your citizens. So, to fulfill their needs, they consume resources. Berries are rustic foods. They also have other needs by like visiting churches, and that'll be your service need. Okay, so now we need to build a well, put it next to our village center, and a stonecutter's camp, which is right there. I'm going to put you there. Alright, so we have 5 citizens that do not have a job yet. So wanting us to build a well. Our builders are currently working on that. They'll have to go up to the lumber camp to grab it. We are missing stone, so we need to get the stonecutter's camp up and running. Alright. 2 guys there, which will leave us with 3 left over. And I'll go ahead and start working on the nearest deposit. Alright, now we got some houses being built. We've got 3 at the moment. Now we have 4 stone currently. There we go. And our well will be done shortly. And that will complete our villager needs portion of the tutorial. Well, part 1. Hi guys. Another house. Previous versions would have the houses kind of bland, not very big in terms of like a yard or whatever. These new ones, multi-part buildings. Some buildings, such as the market, will have multiple pieces. Each part has a cost and can have a specific effect. But anyways, as I was saying, the houses look pretty dang good. They're a lot bigger than the last ones. A lot nicer. Alright, wants us to build a market. And as you can see, it'll have in the background there buildings that you have placed that need to be built that don't have resources yet. You'll also see the ghosts of the civilian buildings. Alright, so we'll put the market right there, and we can also put a tent on it. And as soon as that vendor market stall is up, we need to assign one of our citizens on it and have berries for sale. There we go. And assign our market tender. Vigard is now a village. New ruler titles unlocked. Lord and Lady. Alright. Let's get that way. Assign a job to all of our villagers and raise your happiness. We can also edit buildings by moving and rotating building parts. Some building parts can be scaled. Multi-building parts can be improved later on down the line. Monuments can be improved with additional parts and sub-buildings. Sweet. So yeah, let's assign the last few of our people here. And let's get a forester's hut. Camp. Place it, I don't know, in the woods here. Let's go ahead and expand our woodcutter area. Happiness is almost there. Just need to get our guy up. There we go. Per building zone. Some buildings require a designated zone to operate, which you can do via their building menu. Alright, so we can leave this area alone because I kind of want to put a few more houses and stuff here. And not have to have the trees regrow. So go ahead and save the rest of this area here. Designated to regrow. Alright, now we got all of our citizens happy and job employed. Profiting from trade. Businessman and villager proposes creating a new trade route. So now we go to our progression system. Some buildings are not available at the start of the game. You will need to unlock them via the progression screen. Slow this down a little bit. So the progression screen, it'll be right next to your map and next to the progression points, prosperity points. So here we have our common path where everyone starts off at. You'll unlock the 3 other paths later. So right now, we only have the tier 1 prosperity because it doesn't require any points. But unlocking buildings and certain functions, like the goods market for one, or expanding on your stonecutters camp or lumber camp, require gold to unlock. Just be aware of how much gold you have and what your income is before you start unlocking certain buildings and you run out of gold. But there are other ways to get gold via trade or levying your citizens, and we'll get to that shortly. So it wants us to build the warehouse. Alright, so the warehouse will be here, I guess. Right here will be good. And a granary. Put it close to our... right here. Alright, now we just wait for everything to get built. And go from there. And we got 2 more citizens coming in. Cool environment. Alright. So to accept new people, you can go ahead and click their bubbles. And now we have 2 new people to enjoy our area. Alright, so we want transporters for both areas. So once their buildings are complete, they can start immediately. I see we got a house starting to be built on the berries. Whoops. That was my bad. Oh, there's plenty of other berries around. Alright, now we assign berries to the granary. That'll be a different, a later tutorial goal. Ah, yes, now we need to build the sawmill. Forgot about that. Sawmill, we'd probably put here. I would say down here. But that's where I'm going to put a fishing wharf thing, the fisherman's hut. But that'll be later when we have a few more citizens. Speaking of which, yes. Housing is insufficient. Alright. Almost there. I'm gonna put a house here. Oh, actually not here. Let me put that fisherman's hut there. Actually, no. I'll put the fisherman's hut here. Right. One more person to come in. Let's go ahead and unlock that fisherman's hut. And this has to be placed halfway on the water. So, right there is good. Yeah. There we go. Now we're just waiting for our planks to come in, which we only currently have 2. That's because we're really low on the wood, with our houses being built and our other production buildings. So I'm gonna cut it here and come back when we've got our warehouse built and our fisherman's hut. So, be right back. Alright, now we got our warehouse built. It wants us to put planks inside. I'm going to put wood, stone. It wants us to open the royal book, which is right there. The royal book, small bug there, contains useful information and various features, like the capability to establish trade routes. Finish that up. Alright, now edicts and privileges are locked. Trade routes. We need 20 planks in order to establish a trade route with Northbury. And we got more people coming in, which is good. So, while you were away, and while I cut, I moved moved the lumber camp over so I could start building houses over here. I got the fisherman's wharf built, or fisherman's hut. I keep saying wharf, sorry. I'm also building a village, another village stall, market stall, to be able to sell our fish when it comes in. I also made it so that the granary will accept fish, so we don't have to keep storing it at the hut there. Alright, now it looks like we are bottlenecked by our ability to cut wood. So we might need a second woodcutters, but let's go ahead and get our expand this up just a hair. Oh, sweet. Alright. And fish. Here we go. We have 16 currently. Yeah, we need another lumber camp. Oops. place him here. Now, you do not have to accept more citizens if you feel like you can't handle more. You just let the little bubble timer drop down and they will automatically leave. But I could probably use a few more people to operate our new lumber camp. Probably gonna need a transporter for the warehouse. What else? I put 3 on the new lumber camp, but I just noticed we now have planks needed to do our trade route. Common path tier 2 reached. So now we can unlock the next tier. We can now possibly produce clothing, which will require a sheep farm, a weaver hut, and a tailor shop. Or we can expand our goods market by selling goods resources to the villagers. Get a stonemason's hut, which I will do right now, and a lumber camp improvement, so that we can get our lumber camps operating better. Alright, so we can get a wood depot or a deceptively large wood depot, which will add 25 wood. Let's put you there. Can also hire more people. We can get a living post, napping post, or a snoring post, whichever sounds funny. I'm gonna do a snoring post. And then we can do munching post, stewing post, or drinking post, which will add another 2 to our... which will add another 2 workers. So put you... right there. A few more citizens. Okay. Right, now we need to go sell our resources. Sell everything above the value of, let's say, 15. Let's also get our stonemason. Set you out. Set you out here. Put you here. Now it wants us to build our manor house by buying another territory. Oh, that's broken up into 3 different places. So it'll be kind of hard for our guys to get up here without going back over here. So I kind of want to unlock. Let's see. Yeah, so let's go ahead and purchase this one for free. And it's telling us how to build our first monument. Monuments represent the greatness of your village. To build it, you need to start with an initial sub-building, then design it how you would for multi-part buildings. So we'll get to that in just a second. Let's not purchase another place just yet. Let's go ahead and go with our unlocking of said manor house. Alright. Start with the Great Hall. Now, do I want to keep it close to the village center or off in the distance? Until we get some more income in, I'm gonna say hold off on that for just a second. Kinda want to sell some of this stone I'm working on. Nope, can't sell it, never mind. But polished stone. Where's our stonemason set? There we go. Just waiting for the builder. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and put it. Yeah, let's go ahead and put it here for now. Figure out how to get that working. Let's put you here. Maybe later on down the road we'll put like a monastery or a church up here. Alright, now we need the entrance with the large. Also gonna extend this up a little bit. And get a chimney. Let's do a short chimney there. Let's do a... We also have to have a visitor's location. Let's add on to the sides. Get a little bit closer look. Yeah. That's working a little bit better. Alright, and then probably with like a roofed stable off on the side here. Maybe like a woodshed over here too. And a manor tower. Let's see. Oops. off in the back. Raise that up a little bit. Yeah, that'll be good. Go ahead and do that. Alright, now we need to accept our people. Now we need to trade for tools. Let's 10 at a time. Alright, is our... let's go ahead and get these upgrade there so we can store a few more things here. We need to get that stonemason set working. Not quite yet. But, oops, not that one. As soon as we get our polished stone, start selling it, keeping keeping 20, selling above 20. And I did forget to mention, all of the buildings that you place, like the warehouse, the fisher's hut, granary and stuff, all have maintenance costs. Except for the well. The well doesn't have one. But the granary, builder's workshop does not. Sawmill, as you can see here, maintenance cost of 1, so you'll be having upkeep. And the territories also have upkeep, so just be aware. I sell wood. Yo. Yeah. Alright. You go ahead. Do that. Is there a builder's workshop upgrade? No. Not until we get to... over here, I'm guessing. Treasury. I don't know. Maybe it's something to look at later on. Anyways, go away. Alright, this will take a little bit of work. 5 wood, 32 tools, 46 stone, and 96 planks. Let's go ahead and put polished stone and cloth. Yeah, that'll be good for now. Need some more housing, so maybe up here a little bit. There, here. here, but we can also ask for the levy, like I was saying earlier. We can ask our citizens for gold, which will give us 93, but at a cost of 30 happiness. But it's gotta be done, so I can purchase the tools once our trading partner comes back. Should have done that earlier. But that is pretty much the tutorial. If you need more help, refer to the help panel. So, yay. Improving monuments, subgrids, editing advice followed. Sweet. And we can also build our church. The king will give us 100 gold just for building our manor. So I could have waited. And now we can collect taxes. But we need a tax office at the Great Hall. But with that, we'll just go ahead and call it here. If you guys want to see more, hit that like button and subscribe. If I get at least 5 likes, I'll go ahead and do another episode on this. But yeah, this has been, what was it? Alright, so this has been Foundation. If you want to get it on Steam, it is now got a introductory price of, what was it, 10% off until February 14th. So if you guys want to go ahead and purchase it, you should do that before it goes to full price. I'll put a link down below so you guys can quickly go onto it. But maybe in the next episode we'll get our tax office up and running and maybe purchase this little plateau, or what they call prominent, and get a church or a monastery up here. Definitely some more housing. Get some housing down there, but all in due time. Alrighty. Well, that'll do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. And as before, hit that like, hit that sub, hit the bell for notifications, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Later.